There can only be question and answer. You have to speak into their listening. The moment your body temperature increases, voice increases, you are trying to cover up your inability to speak into others' listening. Clear? Your inability to speak into others' listening cannot be covered by screaming and shouting. Brr, 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 brr. No. Clear? Mild words like a needle, but penetrating. Right place. And clearing the doubt. What really clicked with you? Shall we start listening? Come on. Tell me exactly what you learnt.
Yes, Nithyananda Swamiji. I was initially wrote something, but when I shared, something of a life incident came up, and then I shared with the team, and everybody provided sort of a harsh reality check for me, and it was a breakthrough. I emoted. Actually, I exactly did what I did in life. Continuously, I've been doing that, and so that helped me to relieve of a lot of my pain instantly. Thank you.
How many of you had this kind of breakthroughs in your teamly sharing? Great.
Nithyananda Swami, honestly telling, when I verbalized in front of my Timili, what is my ultimate reality, I was so clear what I really want. So my self-doubt about myself.
How many of you become sure about you? That is where the whole thing falls on. See, if I tell ultimate reality is bliss and ooh, wah, bah, all that, if I define, the whole joy will be taken away. You will not be sure about it.
That's what, yeah.
That is why morning when you guys asked, I said I don't want to answer this question. See, the game is creating a space for you to discover the answer so that you live it as your discovery.
Yeah, that's right, Swami.
Religions taught are never lived. Religions discovered are only lived.
Great.
Yes, person who creates a space for you to discover your religion is incarnation.
Wow.
I am just creating a space for you to discover. Actually, from yesterday, the discovery time has started.
I mean, Swami, when you were to explain about Advaita in the satsanga, and actually you gave us the process about Timili, I used to find it so difficult, and honestly, I have not done it. But here I could do it.
I know you cannot do it. You see, satsang is a menu card, teaser,
yeah.
appetizer.
No, but when
you
I read on Facebook, so many people had done it. Then I used to feel, my goodness, but I just could not get into it. But now I'm sure once I go back, it's much more easy for me. Thank you, Swami.
Because now you are experientially initiated.
That's right.
Understand? That is why I am telling you, every night after this process, when you go back, don't succumb to your sleep. Call your life teamily, few people, and inform them what you are, either about your completion or what you are experiencing, how you are going to come back and work with them, so that they also start understanding how to receive you.
Yeah, that's right. And third thing which I realized, when some other person is speaking, there were many doubts which I was not even aware of. Just came up.
Got cleared.
Without me asking questions, the answers were there to meet.
Got cleared.
Thank you, Swami. Thanks.
Nithyanandam Swamiji. When I was discussing with the team lead, then only I really clarified myself that I am about the living enlightenment, Swami. And the end of the session, many of them also clarified.
Listen, how many of you connect with this idea? Clap, so that I will know. Two things. One, I know you are listening. You are providing active listening. Second, you also accept the same thing experientially, so that I will know how many number of people connect with each idea.
At the end of the session, most of our team members have convinced. Thank you, Swamiji.
It is not about convincing, it is about getting it. See, I tell you, in Hinduism, no meditation. Do you guys know that the original Vedic tradition gives only 3 steps? Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, that's all. Manana only later on become Dhyana. The original Upanishads, the early Upanishads like Isha, Kena, Kata, does not have meditation, does not have dhyana. Just by this listening, internalizing, living, they have mastered the mind. But one thing, it is a very raw method, crude method. Only a master who is crude, raw, can do this, because literally your whole minds need to be just put and churned. And your whole minds need to be brought to certain frequency by the preparation last 10 days, 15 days, what I did. That preparation plays the whole major role here now. How many of you understood that? See, now, even if you meditate, it will be easy for you. Ultimately, your everyday thinking, when there is Advaitic thinking, that is the meditation for you, that's all. The perpetual completion is meditation. The perpetual completion is unclutching. Perpetually in the space of completion and powerfulness is unclutching. That is the ultimate reality you need to cast to yourself and others. But I do not want you to catch it in my words. I want you to catch it in your words. By churning, so that you also know the methodology of updating yourself. I am not interested in giving you some words and sending you. No. So, when you recover those words, when you discover those truths from inside you, you know how to upgrade yourself constantly. Clear? Because we had so much trust over the human consciousness, we allowed even our scriptures to be updated. In Hinduism, the smritis can always be updated, commented. Even on the Shruti, the main Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, you can comment on it. You can't manipulate the original, but you can comment. You are given freedom. Because even softwares can be updated. Why not? The life's understandings. Go ahead. Share.
Okay, Swamiji, so I found a missing link, I had a massive breakthrough or click. In my previous enriching experience, I always attracted the same people, because enlightenment is my ultimate reality. And so when I'm talking to people about enlightenment, my friends or family will be like, enlightenment is not important to me. My life is okay the way it is, and I'm not suffering. So what I would do is I would label them and judge them and say they're so unconscious that they don't even know that they're suffering. But I can see that they're suffering. And so I linked this to my root pattern, because after the root pattern incident, I immediately went to sleep to be unconscious and to avoid pain. So that pattern has remained to me up until this point, just liking to sleep to be unconscious. So I linked it that I was cherishing my unconsciousness the same way I was judging these people for being unconscious as well. So that was my breakthrough, how I linked those back together, why they were mirroring back to me my own unconsciousness.
So, you understood, when people don't listen when you are enriching, it is not them part of you is not listening to you. That is why they are not listening to you. You got it?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
That's all. See, especially these Mahants will have this experience. Mahants, when you are listening to you, everyone is listening to you. How many of you have experienced? Can these Mahants come and share some of your experience? How the enriching can these Mahants? Yes, see, how enriching made you to listen, speak into your own listening, and how you are able to speak into others' listening. If you have any stories, share.
Swamiji.
Listen, whenever you spoke into others' listening, you were able to speak into your listening. When you were successful in speaking into your listening, you are able to speak into others' listening. This example, anything if you have, I wanted you to share.
Swamiji, when I'm enriching, and I treat enriching as a spiritual exercise for myself. So as I'm enriching, I find I always get stuck to the point where people are convinced, they get it, they realize they want to do it, but that last mile, I find that I am not able to push through. And when I traced back, I saw that it's because I don't like to be controlled. And I resist very strongly that feeling of, someone wants to exploit me, someone wants to control me. And so when that comes up, I let go. And I could clearly see that this pattern reflected in my enriching, where I would take people till the very end, and then I would let go and say, they're now free, they need to decide. But really what was happening is I was doing it within myself, where
When say at the last step of your listening, you are not able to speak.
Yes, Swamiji.
So that is why you are not able to speak into their listening.
Yes, Swamiji.
When have you ever penetrated their listening and really spoke?
Yes, Swamiji, many times it's happened.
Yes.
As I
Has
completed with
that
this.
given any breakthrough in you to speak into your listening till the end?
Yes, Swamiji, definitely.
Give me some example or incident.
Swamiji, there are these students, Vibhu and Ishan. I think those were the occasions where I could just literally speak, take them all the way to the end, because I was able to speak into their listening, and it happened very seamlessly. And the breakthrough it gave me was, I don't need to be controlled. I can trust that intelligence to make the right decision. So it's not controlling, it's just helping people make the right decision, being there for them.
See, you feeling you are controlling others or you are controlling yourself is nothing but at one point your logic becomes tired to handle and take yourself to further inside you. When you feel you are not able to take yourself further inside you, you feel, oh, no. I think, same way, when you are not able to guide the other person further into their depth, then you feel, I am controlling. The blind spot here and blind spot there is direct.
Absolutely, and it's the same blind spot I had when I used to work for Microsoft, running the big $250 million business for them. It's the same blind spot I have with my child, Adi, when I talk to him. I can see the thread is the same, and it's really thanks to this enriching, it came forth in a way where there was no emotions attached, and now I can see that thread in every other part of my life.
So, I wanted all of you to understand, enriching, which our Mahans, Kotaris are doing, is not business for me, it is business for their consciousness. Be very clear. The more and more and more you make this as a lifestyle, more and more you will see yourself in mirrors. When you cause ultimate reality to somebody, your ultimate reality gets caused. When you are stuck somewhere, unable to cause others' ultimate reality, you can see very clearly you are stuck exactly there.
Swamiji, one more experience, if I may. Early on, when I used to enrich for IA, where I would get stuck is I always thought of IA as a 21-day program that people need to come attend. The breakthrough that happened in me was when I realized IA, it's not just a program that I'm trying
It
to
is
take
an
to
initiation into lifestyle.
people. Yes, much more.
It's an initiation into lifestyle.
So when
Or I can say initiation into life itself. Not even lifestyle, life itself.
And IA is just what we call the program, but the point is the breakthrough and the transformation that inner awakening is give them is what we are enriching for. It's not for inner awakening the program, it's for that potential for those 21 initiations and the breakthrough. That really freed up my space to be able to go and enrich people.
Now what I am saying, these Mahans, when you enrich people, you have to speak into their listening. How speaking into their listening makes you understand the blacks you have and how you conquered. I wanted the Mahant Kotaris, if you have that kind of experience, come and share. Come on.